welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte.
But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Sanders now to the air right away.
He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Sanders to throw. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brendan, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I are a little skeptical it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run. It's Presley. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18, Pioneer. go.
Throwing, Sanders. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on fourth down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Say, hey.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
They'll run again with Presley. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Trap 50, trap 60. Warrior 70. Ready, ready?
Sanders.
And he's got it. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Gravity Lions. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list.
And the Panthers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hurt. Ready.
On the ground, it's the rookie from Tennessee. Across midfield. He's on his way.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it as we resume action.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now Sanders to the left side. He gets this one to Ibuka. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. The Panthers in a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Mustang 19.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
To throw is Sanders. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
From the 35, here's second and a yard.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready?
Throwing again, it's Sanders. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
At the 21-yard line.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18, Panther 11, Panther 11. I got him. Let go.
Here's Sanders. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Here's Presley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
To throw now, here's Sanders.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Now Milton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Duncan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Panthers 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Back to throw now on first down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
70, Hawk 70. Cup 19, Cup 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Panthers first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
To throw again, here's Sanders. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Emeka Egbuka from 6 yards away. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
17.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, break.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Come on.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On the ready.
A false start backs them up 5, first and 15.
Here we go. 60 even, 18, 5 in.
To throw, it's Milton. And it's going to be caught by Withers. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Milton now to throw. And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. To throw is Milton. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing is Milton. That's taken in by Arroyo. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. But Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Panthers 17.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Duncan. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
15.
They'll run on first down. It's Duncan. And a short gain down to about the 33. Ball at the 33, second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 33-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Duncan. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line.
That's another Falcons first down.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Well, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's second and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey. 19, come 19, come 19. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Dragon 60.
That's a gain of 7.
From the gun, it's Shador. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Ready up. Mustang 19. Let's go. Viking 18. 19 lock. 65 catch. 65. 79 Broncos. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Warrior 70. 18 Pioneer. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Sanders once more. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think they're going to come up with his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Cup 19. Bronco 80.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
15 yards. And the Panthers first down.
Sanders to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 29-yard line.
60 Maverick. Ready.
Throwing, Sanders. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Deputy Lion. Viking 18. Say, hey.
From the shotgun, Sanders. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
Dragon 60. 2. 7. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. '79 Broncos.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kept it on the ground.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Milton. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Panthers 17.
after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Sanders. That's to Bowers once again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Capo.
Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Sanders. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
19 Tiger.
Brings up second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
On the run, this is Presley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty.
60 Maverick. 60 Dragon. 60. Ready?
Out of the gun here, Sanders. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get a bit closer.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
38. Panthers 24. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
18.
Here's Milton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with their 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended, go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte.
Hey, smash! 60, trap 60, trap 60!
To throw is Sanders. He gets it to Johnston. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
On the ball, now,
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Street. Ready.
Here's Sanders. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Get it! Cougars!
Throwing to start the drive. Milton. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Second and 10.
18, Rodler, 18.
Off the play fake. Milton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. That flag, that'll push him back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Panther 60, Panther 60, go!
Back to throw. Milton. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
8-yard pickup. And the Falcon first down.
Money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich and
Cowboy 80,
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And it's deep particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Go street. Warriors 70.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On the set.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80. Riggs. Panther 11. Curve 19. Curve 19. 70 Rangers.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
19 Tiger, 18 Rattler.
Now a carry here for Presley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Buffalo 18. Check.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with a football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Get it. Let go.
Now Milton. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
70 Rangers. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey! 70 Lions. 65. Panther 11.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
They'll look to throw again. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Brock Bowers, 59 yards. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. It seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think it might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop him from all angles. This time the tight end gets him.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
They're on 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Panther 11, Warriors 17.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. To throw, it's Milton. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Street, 1918.
Throwing is Milton. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Dante Thornton, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Falcons are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they end their fourth quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and this rough night continues. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
To throw is Milton.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 60 Maverick, 6. Ready.
Here's Milton now to throw.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Forward, let's go. 19, 18.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
73. Panthers 31. Harrison Butker is set to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
To kick off.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
They're all about the numbers, aren't
All
they?
about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
60 Bobcats, 19 tight, 19 tight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Up big here in the fourth quarter. Up really big. That passing incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And nearly another interception. It would have been his third of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Come 19. Come 19. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready?
Looking to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. 3rd and 19.
Play brings up 3rd down.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. Cowboy. Warrior 70.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such turnover on downs.
Got it. Ready? Ready?
Milton. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
At the 31-yard line.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Come on. Set. Viking 18.
They'll drop the throw. Pass complete right side to Bowers. Here's 3rd and 3.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Trap 60, 19, Tiger, Buffalo 18, Mustang 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bison, 19 Lion. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Warrior 70.
Back to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What will look like a march. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
19 tight, 19 tight. 79 Bronco, Dragon 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. One last shot at the end zone. They weren't scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker. Yeah. Or, of course, in fantasy football, well, these points mean a lot there.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is